The stars had watched Earth for a long time. Hidden among them were silent watchers, machines sent by alien races who did not think much of the blue planet. They stayed far away, orbiting in secret, sending reports back to their masters. Earth was seen as weak. Its people used old weapons, fought small wars, and made loud promises they could not keep. The galaxy called them primitive. They were not worth attention, not worth fear. But they were wrong. Deep below the surface of the planet, under mountains and oceans, something had been growing. Not war, not anger, but power. Real power. In a dark control room beneath the rocky hills of Wyoming, a man named Ethan Brooks sat at a metal desk. He wore no uniform, had no medals, and no one outside this place knew his name. Yet he held more control over Earth's fate than any leader above ground. He looked at a screen filled with data, maps, and signals from space. The alien watchers had no idea that their own machines were being watched. Even worse, they were being studied, copied, and improved upon. For decades, humans had played dumb. They let the aliens believe they were slow, unready, and harmless. While the galaxy ignored them, humans learned. They stole secrets from crashed ships, hacked alien drones, and built weapons the stars had never seen. Now it was time to stop hiding. Ethan pressed a button. Across the world, hidden bases lit up. Ships rose from underground docks. Satellites powered on. All of them built from stolen tech, rebuilt by human hands. A voice came through the speakers. Final check complete. Systems online. Ethan stood and walked to a large window. Behind him, a massive door began to open. Sunlight poured in for the first time in years. Outside, the sky was clear. But soon, it would be filled. Send it, he said, from deep space relays, powerful transmitters, and orbiting stations hidden in plain sight. A message left Earth. It flew past Mars, past Jupiter, into the cold silence beyond. This time, there were no greetings. No pleas for peace or friendship. Just one sentence repeated in every known alien language: "You thought we were quiet. You were wrong." Far away, on a distant moon where an alien listening post floated in silence, red lights blinked. Alarms sounded. Confused voices tried to understand what had just happened. Then the signal hit again. Stronger, clearer, and followed by a second message: "We are ready now." The message flew through space like a stone dropped into still water. It spread fast. Across cold voids and alien worlds, it reached ears that had not expected to hear anything from Earth. Especially not. This shock ran through the galaxy. On a world covered in crystal towers, a council of leaders stopped talking mid-sentence, their screens filled with data they could not believe. On a floating city near a dying star, a scientist dropped his drink. On a deep space station made of bone and steel, an officer slammed his fist on a table. Some laughed, some ignored it, but others felt fear crawl up their spines. A planet once thought blind had seen them watching. A world they had studied like lab rats had turned the glass back on them. Back on Earth, in a hidden command center beneath the ocean, a woman named Maya Carter watched the reports come in. She was not a soldier, not a pilot, not even known by most of the world above. But she had spent 20 years planning this moment. She leaned back in her chair as her team read the incoming signals from space. Alien ships were moving. Some were pulling away from Earth's solar system. Others were sending questions. "What does it mean?" one asked. "Is this real?" Another said. Maya smiled. For years, humans had played the fool while they learned. They had let aliens think they were slow and harmless. But behind closed doors, in labs and hidden bases, they had built something new. They had taken stolen tech and made it better. They had cracked codes, broken firewalls, and turned enemy machines into tools for their own rise. Now the truth was clear. Earth had not been asleep. It had been preparing. Maya stood and walked to a large screen. Lines of code scrolled past. Maps showed the positions of alien probes near Mars, Jupiter, and even Pluto. All of them had been hacked. All of them now sent fake data back to their owners. The galaxy had thought it was watching Earth, but Earth had been watching them right back. Her assistant looked at her. Do we keep going? She nodded. Yes. Show them what we can do. With a few taps, Maya's team sent out a second message. Not just words, but proof. Files stolen from alien servers. Videos of secret meetings. Records of experiments done on human minds without consent. The message ended with a final line. We were quiet, but no longer. In space, the watchers trembled, and somewhere far away, a war began to stir. The first alien ship arrived a week after the message. It was not a warship. It was an envoy. A long, silver craft with smooth edges and glowing lines. The Virexians had sent it. They were one of the oldest powers in the galaxy, known for their trade routes and cold diplomacy. They expected to meet leaders who would bow or beg. Instead, they met silence. As the ship entered Earth's orbit, its sensors scanned for signs of fear, panic, or weakness. What they found was worse. Calm, control, strength. On the ground, Ethan Brooks stood in the command center beneath Wyoming. He watched the screen as the alien ship hovered above the planet like a bird unsure whether to land. They think we're still playing games, he said. Maya Carter sat nearby, arms crossed. She had spent years studying the Virexians. She knew how they thought, how they talked, how they lied. Then let's stop playing, she said. A signal was sent. From hidden ports across the world, ships rose into the sky. Sleek, fast, built, with stolen tech and improved by human hands. They moved in perfect lines, forming a ring around the alien vessel. The Virexian pilot responded with a request. Open channel. Ethan gave the order. The screen lit up with the face of a tall, pale man with sharp eyes and a voice like stone. We are envoys of the Virexian Union, he said. We come in peace. Ethan did not smile. We know who you are. We've known for a long time. The envoy blinked, confused. You are primitive. Your kind should not even see us. Maya clicked a button. Files appeared on the alien screen. Stolen data, images, logs. Records of secret labs where humans had been tested without consent. Reports of spies hidden in governments. You watched us, Maya said. You studied us. You thought we didn't know. The envoy's face turned cold. This changes nothing. Ethan leaned forward. It changes everything. He gave another order. The ships around the alien craft did not attack, but they did not move aside either. You will leave our space, Ethan said, and you will tell your people this. Earth is not afraid anymore. The envoy stared for a long moment. Then his ship turned, and it left. As it vanished into the stars, Maya looked at Ethan. They won't forget this. Good, he said. Let them remember. Far away across the galaxy, others watched, listened, waited. Earth had spoken, and now the real test would begin. The galaxy did not forget what Earth had done. Some saw it as a warning. Others saw it as a threat. A few saw it as a challenge. In the cold dark between stars, messages flew from world to world. Meetings were held in secret. Decisions were made. Some wanted peace. Most wanted power. A few wanted war. On Earth, Maya Carter read the reports with a calm face, though her mind raced. The Virexians had left, but they had told others what happened. Now other alien groups were watching more closely. Some sent spies. Some sent ships. One sent something worse. A plan. Deep in space, hidden behind an asteroid belt. A group of mercenaries. Gathered. They were paid by the Thalzoran Dominion. A cruel empire that believed strength was the only truth. Their mission was clear. Strike first. Hit hard. Show Earth who really ruled the stars. But they did not know that Earth was watching them too. Ethan Brooks stood in the command center beneath Wyoming, looking at a glowing map of space. Red dots showed enemy positions. One of them was growing, fast. They're moving, he said. Maya nodded. They want to scare us. Make us look weak. He turned to his team. Then let's make sure they fail. That night, Maya gave an order. Across the solar system, silent machines woke up. Hidden, satellites powered on. Old tech once stolen and rebuilt came alive. It was called Operation Silent Dawn. Without a single shot fired, Earth struck back. Enemy listening posts near Mars and Jupiter went dark. Spy drones vanished. Fake signals filled the space around Earth, making it seem like there were more ships than there really were. And when the mercenary fleet jumped into the outer edge of the solar system, expecting to find chaos, they found something else. Waiting ships. Fast, smart, ready. The battle was short. Human fighters, built with stolen alien minds and human hearts, moved like lightning. Missiles hit targets before the enemy could react. Shields blocked attacks meant to destroy. Within hours, the mercenary fleet was broken. Half fled. The rest burned. From the command center, Ethan watched the footage come in. Every move, every win, every proof that Earth was no longer prey. Maya stood beside him. "This will spread fast." "Good," he said. "Let them all see." Far away, in the halls of alien rulers, fear grew. Earth had spoken. Now it had acted, and the stars began to understand. This planet was no longer silent. It was dangerous. The galaxy could not ignore Earth anymore. After the defeat of the mercenary fleet, word spread fast. Videos of the battle reached alien worlds. Data files were traded in secret. Some called it luck. Others called it a warning. But one thing was clear. Earth had power. And now they were being invited to the table. On a world called Valor Prime, the Galactic Council held its meetings. It was a place of peace, built on a floating island above a gas giant. Ships from dozens of species came there to talk, trade, and sometimes threaten. Now, for the first time, an Earth ship would land there too. Ethan Brooks stood on the deck of the Atlantis, one of Earth's most advanced warships. He wore no uniform, carried no weapon, but his presence alone made others listen. Maya Carter stood beside him. She had spent years preparing for this moment. Not with weapons or ships, but with words, plans, and secrets. "They'll try to test us," she said. Ethan nodded. "Then we show them we're ready." When the Atlantis arrived at Valor Prime, the other delegations watched with cold eyes. Some sent greetings, others sent silence. In the Great Hall, the council sat in a circle. Tall beings with blue skin, short ones with 4 arms, machines that spoke in code. All looked at Ethan and Maya like they were watching a child try to act like an adult. A leader from the Zalari race spoke first. "You are new here. We do not know what you want." Maya clicked a button on her wrist. Screens around the room lit up. Images filled them. Data stolen from alien ships. Secret talks between enemies. Hidden bases across space. "We want respect," she said. "And we want to be seen as equals." Laughter echoed through the hall. Then Ethan spoke. "You think we are lucky. You think we are weak, but we have weapons you never imagined. Black holes we can make. Ships that move without being seen." He paused. "We don't want war, but we won't run from it." Silence followed. Then, slowly, some leaders began to speak differently. Not with fear, but with care. This was not a planet begging for a seat. This was a power claiming its place. As the meeting ended, Maya looked at Ethan. "They still don't trust us." He smiled. "They will." Outside, the stars burned bright. And Earth's voice had finally been heard. Being seen as strong came with a price. Now that Earth had a seat at the table, it also had enemies who wanted to knock that seat away. Some tried with words. Others sent spies. A few tried something worse. Assassins. In the weeks after the meeting on Valor Prime, Maya Carter reviewed reports of strange events across Earth. A power grid failed in Africa for no clear reason. A spaceport in Asia was hit by a virus that shut down its systems. 2 pilots died in what looked like accidents. But Maya knew better. "These are not random," she said, looking at the data. Ethan Brooks stood beside her in the command center under Wyoming. His face was calm, but his eyes showed anger. "Someone wants us weak again," he said. Maya ran countermeasures. She had built a network of agents across the world, some human, some alien defectors. Now they went to work. Over the next month, the truth came out. A group called the Orion Pact, a secret alliance of alien factions, had decided Earth was too dangerous to be left alone. They tried to break Earth from the inside. But Maya broke them first. Her team found spies hiding in embassies, diplomats who were really soldiers, and hackers working from distant worlds. One by one, they were caught. Some were exposed. Others vanished. But not all of them. One attack made it through. A bomb went off near a spaceport in Argentina. It killed 6 people and damaged a ship meant for Mars. The message was clear. Someone still wanted Earth afraid. Ethan did not flinch. He ordered more ships to patrol Earth's orbit. He approved new tech, stealth drones, energy shields, and weapons that could strike across space in seconds. But even as he gave orders, he felt the weight of leadership. "We wanted to be seen," he told Maya one night. "Now we can't hide from what comes next." She nodded. Power brings danger. Always. A new figure stepped into the spotlight. Lina Torres, a young pilot who had flown in the battle against the mercenary fleet. She became a symbol of the new generation, fearless and ready. "We don't run," she told a crowd during a speech. "We fight, and we win." As the galaxy watched, Earth did not fall back. It stood tall, and it kept moving forward, not just as a player in the stars, but as a force that would not be ignored. Years passed. The stars changed. What once was a planet ignored by the galaxy had become a power that could not be unseen. Earth ships now moved through space like birds of steel. Its voice was heard in every major meeting. Its name was spoken with both respect and fear. Ethan Brooks no longer wore a uniform. He lived quietly in the mountains, watching the sky at night. Sometimes he saw ships flying high, human ships, guarding the world he helped protect. Maya, Carter, still worked behind the scenes, though now she trained others. The war for Earth's place was over. Now came the harder part, keeping it. In the years after the battle with the Orion Pact, Earth had built more than weapons. It had built trust. Colonies on Mars and beyond grew strong. Embassies opened on alien worlds. Peace talks happened where once there had only been silence. Not all species welcomed humans. Some still saw them as upstarts. Others watched closely, waiting for weakness. But none could deny what had happened. A small planet had stood up, and the stars had listened. On Valor Prime, a new speech was given. This time not by Maya or Ethan, but by Lina Torres, the young pilot who had once flown into battle without fear. She stood before the Galactic Council surrounded by beings from across the stars. "You thought we were quiet," she said. "You were right. We were quiet because we had something to say." The room stayed silent. "Now we speak," she continued. "Not as beggars, not as tools, but as equals." Cheers rose from some parts of the hall. Others sat still, unsure. But no one left. Back on Earth, a new message was sent across space. This time, not as a warning, but as a greeting. This is Earth. We were quiet, but no longer. Stars blinked in the dark. And somewhere far away, a child looked up at the sky and smiled. Because for the first time in history, Earth was not just a world, it was a home among the stars.